for Austin Real Estate Daily. It's your daily dose of Central Texas real estate. My name is John McClellan.
I'm Jason Lewis.
And we're here to share a little bit of information about what's going on around here.
Monday's Motivational Monday.
Motivational Monday. Going to talk a lot about shadow inventory. Going to talk about Austin, another accolade for Austin. What was it today?
#1 in the nation for young adults, something that John is definitely not.
And you're not either.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Also, motivation. My motivation?
Well, we know, okay, let me give you guys a little secret. You want to get motivated, feeling a little down in the dumps, just don't want to get out there and hit that sales road every single day? Get your wife pregnant.
That will do it. I have been feeling my mojo because I have another mouth to feed. So I'm definitely feeling like I need to get out there and make some stuff happen. So go do what you need to do to get your significant other pregnant.
Let's talk about shadow inventory, guys. We've been noticing a lot lately when we're doing purchases and doing refinances that a lot of our borrowers out there, more than in the past, seem to have other properties that they're sitting on, that they're not selling. Talked to a young couple the other day that's buying a house here in Austin, and they're not going to sell their house up in Oklahoma, and I asked them why they're not selling it, and they said, well, we're going to rent it out for up there because we know if we hold on to it for a couple of years that the property will be worth more at that point. And I'm like, okay. Then I've talked to local borrowers around town too, and I'm seeing the same thing with them. And I've actually been talking to a lot of people. A lot of people are choosing either to stay put in their house and not sell, even though they do want to sell and move somewhere else. Or when they do move, they're just converting their own primary residences into investment properties because they want to sit back on them and let those values creep back up at some point. So that's a lot of the shadow inventory I think that's out there right now. Also, what we've noticed lately is that a lot of the foreclosures that the banks are doing, they're not putting the properties for sale out there. I've talked to numerous real estate agents lately who've actually tried to put offers in on properties that weren't listed, but they know they got foreclosed upon, but the banks won't even negotiate with them. What does this shadow inventory mean? Well, the shadow knows. What this means is that in the future, there is some pent-up supply out there that will be coming to the market at some point. So as demand does go back up, I think it's going to be prices are going to be kept in check a little bit by this shadow inventory as that supply comes back in step with the rise in demand. I also want to talk about what happened on Friday with mortgage rates. On Friday, we had a couple of big economic news announcements. We had GDP came out at 7:30 on Friday morning.
Consumer confidence came out a little
later.
later.
Confidence came out a little bit later. Now the GDP numbers actually were a little bit down from what they thought they were going to be. The consensus was it was going to come in at 2.5%. It came in at 2.4%, and the market rallied for interest rates to go down on that news. And everybody's thinking, well, it only was down 0.1% of what they thought it was going to be. Well, what the big number was hidden inside that was the revision of the first quarter GDP, which actually was revised from 2.7 up to 3.7. So what the traders really looked at was the drop from first quarter at the revised 3.7 to the second quarter initial GDP, which is down to 2.4. So that's a large drop from 3.7 down to 2.4. Big drop, almost in half. That really made some people nervous. However, later on Friday morning, consumer confidence came back out. That was actually up, so that was really good for us.
So the consumer confidence numbers must have not looked at the GDP or known about it beforehand.
That's right. But so what happened was, you got a little bad news that helped rates, then you got a little good news that didn't help rates. So it was kind of a flat day altogether on Friday. I'm going to throw up a chart here in a minute, let you guys take a look at it. You can see on this chart where at 7:30 in the morning, there's that GDP comes out, there's a spike in the price of this MBS coupon, and then when the consumer confidence comes out, you see that drop as the consumer confidence comes out. So the market is definitely moving. The news of the market, yeah, news of the market's definitely moving the market in different directions. Volatility, 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 and emotion, I think, is really driving stuff right now. So if you've got a house under contract, if you're thinking about refinancing, my advice, lock it, lock it, lock it.
Do it now.
That's right. Guys, you're listening to Austin Real Estate Daily. Remember, real estate happens on
a daily basis.
And we'll see you
tomorrow, live.
Live.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.